Hey, what's going on, guys? It's FXG Gaming again, coming back with a brand new video. This time we're going to be talking about my 3.9 Great Weapon Fighter build. It's been a couple months since I came out with a build, so I figured I'd bring it another build to you. And then once I get the 4K and get my arms and everything else I want to do, then I'll make another 4K video for you guys with all the changes that I want to do. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. We're going to get with the armor. We're going with the Jarl's Gaze, the two pieces of the headsman's raid gear, and then the arms. This, as of right now, this would be the only piece that I would substitute out for the third piece of the headsman's gear once I get it, whenever that will be. Other than that, the left side of the armor is where I want it to be. The Jarl's Gaze, I'm gaining 20 power for each percent of Everfrost resistance that I have. So when I'm in the Everfrost zones. So I'm gaining 780 power with the current percentage that I actually have. That's not counting me getting potioned up with the Everfrost potion if I decided to run it. So again, with that being said, I wouldn't change any armors here or any weapons or anything like that besides the arms. I keep running FBI, but they keep giving me the wrong arms. So if I was to change one thing, that would be it. The arms for the headsman's gear. The right side, obviously I'm running the Orcus head and the exquisite gem stuff. That's standard. +5 rising power and a Dodd. Obviously you're going to want to substitute the Dodd for a greater Dodd, but that's to come. A lot of it, I am stacking some power and some crit in the offensive slots. Right now I'm hitting the numbers that I want to hit with the crit chance and the resistance ignored, but we'll get into that once in another video. We're gonna go ahead and see where I'm standing at sitting still. I expect into strength and dex. 40k power, 17.5 crit, 3k armor pen. I'm gaining a great amount. I wouldn't say a great, but a decent amount of armor pen on my companion. Everything else is kind of standard. The defense is there, and my crit chance procs up to 90%. My crit severity is there, and my resistance ignored procs up to 66%. So I mean, it's pretty much standard. This is where you want to be. Other than that, the stats are here. We're gonna go with the powers. Pretty standard for the Great Weapon Fighter. Short Strike, Weapon Master Strike, Destroyer, Wrathful Determination, Hidden Daggers, Indomitable, and I'm expecting the Fury, so I run Battle Fury instead of Daring Shout. So the next video I decided to come out with will be a straight power build with Daring Shout and a Lightning enchantment. Feats, pretty much standard, with the exception of the Fury. So 3 into these, and then 1 in the action point game, because a Fury, I don't need to get my action points as fast as if you were running Slam. So if I switch over to Slam, I might take 1 out of this and put it in this, so it'll be 2 out of 5. So I get my action points 10% faster while unstoppable, which is a big deal. I mean, I get 5 more percent compared to 1% crit chance, which, I mean, like I said, my crit chance is where I want it to be, so 1% is not that big of a deal. These are pretty much standard. These 3 here you should always have. These 2 here you should always have. And then the Relentless Battle Fury is what I'm expecting to now for Fury. But again, once I hit 4K and once I get the arms and the lightning, then I will take 5 out of this and put it into Battle Awareness. And then these are pretty much the same. This is kind of standard here. When you look at Great Weapon Fighters, Boons, we won't spend a lot of time on the Boons here, just for the simple fact that I'll go over them with the 4K build that I'm coming out with in the near future. So we'll go over what you should spec into and why you should spec into the Boons, because I don't want to go over it this time and then a week and a half from now go over it again, because it gets repetitive and the same thing. You just talk about the same thing over and over again. Companions, you're running the 2 Archon setup, the Con Artist, Aranese, and the Dancing Blade. Again, once I go back to the power And the slam, I'm probably going to take out the dancing blade because it's only giving me 5% crit severity for a earth. Because I'll get the additional percentage for the earth plus the earth active bonus. Other than that, I'm going to switch out this with the sellsword. The sellsword is a work in progress. I got the waist, I want to say. So I just need the neck and the sword knot. So once I get that and I'll level it up, then I'll switch out the con artist for the sellsword because of the powers that it gives you. This companion is a season adventure. Well, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but armor penetration plus 10%. This is what you really want here. While some of your companion's power, crit, strike, and arm pen are increased by additional 10%, the defense and the attack abilities given to the expert striker. This will be substituted in for the sellsword once I get the right equipment and get it up to legendary. Other than that, I really haven't switched around the companions. We'll go over the companion gear. I have the Hillig for the 2 offensive slots, so I get my crit. This is a ring that I got from Illusionist Gambit. I want to say it's best in slot, but I could be wrong. This is probably second or third because it's armor pen. You want to get power and crit, but as of right now, I needed a little armor pen, so I didn't mind substituting it in for that. And then the Greater Ring of Krieg for the power. And again, you want to substitute this for another thing, but we'll go over that. Greater Ring of Dodd probably for these two here. But I haven't really done much MSVA yet, so I don't have the Dodds. Other than that, that's the companions, and then we'll go over the mounts. I changed up my mounts a little bit. I will, once this runs dry, the Wondrous Fortune, I will substitute this out for another camaraderie. So I'll run 2 camaraderies, Persuasion, Friendship, and a Covenant. This here is getting me about 1,800 power. So this you can get out of chest and dungeons. There's also a couple other mounts that are kind of cheap, 500 to 600k that you can get, or you can buy it off the Zen Market and get the Assassin's Covenant for your characters because you'll need it for a bunch of DPS and clerics. Run it too. Other than that, I really don't switch up much here. You can switch out another one, but it's really not too well. The Black Stallion, but as of right now, this is what I'm running. I don't do the whole gone. I wouldn't say glitch, but manipulating the 4-chamber of gone thing. I don't do that. I'm not about exploring the gone patch or glitch, or you want to call it. I'm not about that. So this is what I run. My active is 2,000 crit. I would like to get the new mount, the Whirlwind, for the 4K power, or the Black Warhorse for the 4K power, and just make up the crit somewhere else. It'd be easy. It won't be easy to switch a little bit of rings around. Maybe proc more crit than power on my companion, because I'm procking a lot of power on my companion than crit. As you see here, 54 power and almost 2,700 crit. Probably just switch these numbers around a little bit. This is decent for me. And these here, I really don't care. I do have an offensive or defensive slot on one of these. Actually, no, I switched that off. So now I'm just running all offense. So with the next coming double refinement, I'm looking to get these 11s and 10s to 12s. And that way, my companion will be fully maxed. Well, at least the enchantments will be. And then switch to sellsword. I probably, in the near future, probably when I do the next 4K video for the Great Weapon Fighter build, I'll probably be switched to Dragonborn. Let's see how that works. Again, I want it just because of the visuals and the 3% power and stuff that it gives you. Plus the bags. That's the real reason why I am purchasing it, for the bags on all the character slots. I will make a video again talking about the AD. I probably should have done that before double AD came out, but I really didn't have much time to do it with work and everything. So I will come up with a video which has been played out numerous times, but I will do my own version of it with the tips and tricks to gain more AD for the next coming AD, whenever that will be. So keep a lookout for that, and keep a lookout for the 4K video for the Great Weapon Fighter build. There will be a few changes, I would say, at least. The race and the companion will be changed, and hopefully I'll have my last Headman's gear for my arms then. If you liked what you've seen and you want to see more builds, let me know. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. Or if you want to talk about anything in the game or want to come watch the streams, I will link it in the description below. Again, you guys have a great day, and I'm out.